Coming up next, Framelines puts a spotlight on a person, place, or thing related to filmmaking.
I want to bring attention to Ohio. I think that this is a spectacular stage for people to be showcased. And with the eyes of someone like Arnold, looking at these production pieces, it gives a pipeline to someone who's a producer, writer, director, someone who's an actor. It gives a pipeline to Hollywood. And I've been connected to the Arnold Sports Festival for over 15 years, and what a great opportunity for me to use the connections I have in the film industry and allow people to get these eyes looking at their productions. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with this.
We had so many countries, so many spectators, and so many participants. It's getting better every day.
Congratulations, Governor. Thank you again.
I came in December as the co-chairman of the event, and one of the main things that I did was bring other people into it, bring the team together. I brought Trista Sudi and Elizabeth McPherson, Michelle Gonzalez, Jen Deffenbaugh, and they really have been instrumental in making this all come together. They've done the whole thing. I think this is tremendously important to Ohio, particularly Columbus, in the film community. Could really have a chance in the next couple of years as we build this to put the spotlight of film on Columbus and really make it a viable place to make films and to grow the infrastructure that we have here for films. It was a great pleasure meeting Mr. Schawarzeneggar. He came through and took a few moments to tell us how much he enjoyed it.
We sat in Santa Monica in his office and talked about the film festival and talked about Ohio. And he sat there and he's kicked back in this gorgeous office in the middle of sunny California, and he's thinking about Ohio. And he says, what is it about Ohio that makes this so special? He says, the people there, they embrace everything we do. He says, and when we're talking about filmmaking, it seems that everybody seems to be gravitating towards this. He says, why is this different than any other place? And the only thing I could tell him was, really it comes down to because we're seeing an Arnold come here and embrace us. It's a reciprocating thing. So his excitement towards what he sees in Ohio, which he calls his second home, is unparalleled on anything else that we've been working on. And he thinks about this as, can we find the next great filmmaker from right here in Columbus, Ohio? And I hope it's someone from Ohio. It's international, but I hope it's someone from Ohio.
We had a very good crop of films this year. It was tough. The judges worked very hard to get that in. They had to watch every film and watch it in its entirety and give it a really fair chance, because there were a lot that were very close that could have been in the top, could have been in the screenings.
I saw some incredible films in there, and of course our winners were definitely top of the pack, and we were really impressed with what we'd seen.
The first bit of advice I would give to someone who's entering this film festival or any other would be to make sure you absolutely read all the rules, make sure you're adhering to all the rules, because unfortunately we had to throw a lot out that didn't meet the criteria. We had time limits, and we had some that came in that had copyright written material on them that we couldn't use. Just pay attention to detail when you're making the films. Do the best you can, the best quality you can, get it in under the deadline.
We have two different categories. We have high school and we have international. To the high school students, I simply say, do it. Just do it. It's a matter of learning. You're not going to come out of the gate with the best creme de la creme film. You're just not going to do that. However, the talent will start to emerge from those films, and you'll start to find out what it is that you can do best and capture that part and move on. So I tell high school students, just do it.
Dr. Bob Goldman is a big sponsor for the Arnold Sports Festival in general, but specifically he was the greatest contributor for the film festival. And he's a lover of film, a lover of the arts, and Arnold wanted this to happen. He thought it was a natural fit because not only is he a world-class bodybuilder, retired, but he's also an action star. He's a comedy, all the different films that he's done. It seemed like a natural thing to do. Add the film festival as one of the many events as part of the Arnold Sports Festival in general. And Dr. Bob has been involved with them for several years and just really wanted to be a part of it.
This film festival is unprecedented in its value for the industry, not just for filmmakers, but Ohio in general. It is really something that if we can get on the showcase, as far as someone seeing this is a great place to produce a film, there's some economic impact that happens from that. So it's very important that we nurture this and grow it to another level. And as we're getting attention, you saw some celebrities coming through. As they're exiting, they come to me and they say, we're bringing more people back next year. I can't tell you how exciting that is, because that in itself says that Columbus, Ohio is a place that can not only house this, but can grow it. And that is really important for us to now step up and do it. We have to make this bigger each year. Next year we have the opportunity to expand categories. Now this year it's a very slim category when you think about it. The challenges of an athlete, the accomplishments and achievements of an athlete puts a very narrow focus on what we could actually get submitted to the film festival. So next year we're attempting to add other categories specifically, and this is kind of letting a little bit of the secret out, is action. We want to see action. And Arnold's partner Jim Lorimer has embraced the thought of how far can we go with it. So could we see some sort of screenplay developed from a story that's told here that may go on to a Hollywood movie? Boy, if there was ever an opportunity, it's going to be at our film festival.